and please welcome my first guest to the show. We've got Alecksy in the bottom, and we've got Michael Murphy in the top. What's that? Top left, top right? It's hard to know, I guess, which angle you're looking at. And they're both from a duo called Fires. Guys, how's it going? How are you keeping?
What is up?
Pretty good. Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
hello. So Alecksy, you're in Hong Kong at the moment.
Damn right I am.
Okay, okay, and Michael, you're in Ireland, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in Terranure.
Okay, fantastic stuff. So first of all, guys, what are you doing in Hong Kong?
Uh, family emergency. And that's why I'm suddenly found myself in Hong Kong.
Okay, well.
Uh, but it's on a very positive note. It's great having been back in about 8 or 9 years, and it's awesome. It's hot.
That
It's
is
hot.
brilliant. That is brilliant. So 8 or 9
Yeah,
years you haven't been there.
I haven't been home in about 8 or 9 years, so it's
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
about time.
About time. And what a time to be there. And I spoke to you briefly about it. You told me how it's doing over there. It seems to be doing quite well in light of the whole situation. But how are you guys keeping individually as musicians, as creatives? How's this time treating you? Are you able to get stuff done, or are you taking a break from music? Alecksy, I guess I'll let you go first.
Um, Yeah, well, I think at the moment, me and Michael are just pushed on, just pushing the tracks because we spent 3 years getting these songs together, writing, recording, writing a lot of shit. Um, so yeah, I think I suppose we're a little bit kind of, and not I wouldn't say tired, but we want to just focus on what we have, push it out there, and then when it's
Mm.
time to write, we'll get back into studio and just get cracking on it again, you know?
Mm. And who do you guys write equally, or does Michael Michael, do you write a bit, and how does the creative process work between you two guys?
It kind of depends. I mean, we kind of both do stuff individually and then come together. And then I guess, I don't know, we sit in a room and argue for 4 hours and then a song comes out of it. And that's like, it sounds like a joke, but that kind of is how we operate. Like we're both
That,
really strong-willed
I mean,
about what we think.
it sounds like a band. It sounds like a pretty basic
Yeah, oh,
band.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Like we've been writing songs together for, God, what are we now?
before
6 or 7
fires.
at least. Like, so we just kind of know how each other operate. But yeah, no, it's very kind of
Arguing is the best term
yeah,
for
it's
it.
it's it's collaborative, but it's like, we clash a lot, but we
Mm.
always end up with something good out of it. So it's kind of nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the best things that we've done has been when we've been like together in a room, going, no, that was terrible. Give me that. I'll do this, and this is better than what you just did. And I'm going, that's not better than what I just did. So it's kind of funny.
But it's a good testament to what me and Michael do because
Yeah.
there's a lot of we've worked with a lot of other musicians or I like me personally booking bands and seeing how bands work.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of walking on eggshells bet- between each other or around each other actually. Sorry, by the way, this is my first English conversation in about two
You're
weeks.
doing great.
I've
That's amazing.
I don't
That
want
is
to. I
amazing.
don't want to digress, but like, yeah, I see like a lot of musicians kind of tiptoe around each other and not really give their real opinion on
Yeah.
something. So if I come
Mm.
in into the studio, it's like, Michael, I got this riff, been working on it for ages. Here you go, and Michael will just go, "That's awful.
Mm. But
Like
you,
I
That's
think we,
awful."
we both know what we're each capable of. So
that's
if he
it.
does
Yeah,
something and I go, no, that's, you can do a better solo than that, or you can play a better riff than that, or you
Mm.
can play that better. I'm not afraid to say it to him. And it's the same with me. Like,
yeah,
I'll do a vocal take and he'll go, that is the worst thing you've
Like
ever sang.
you need to hear the truth, because
Oh
both of
yeah,
you
yeah,
want
yeah. No,
to
no, we love that.
succeed, right? So it works really well.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
We're
no, no,
almost
no, we,
like
we
each
love it.
other's. Yeah, we're almost like each other's like producers
yeah,
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 in a
yeah.
way. We
yeah.
just
And I
we
mean,
literally just go.
it gets a bit tense, but like, it kind of always works out because we know we both want each other to be better than we are
And do you
at
do?
the same
Is
time.
it just the duo you are doing now, or do you do other stuff? I know, Alecksy, you're with Exo Promotions. You started that company up, right? With yourself,
Yeah,
right? It was yourself that started that up. Um,
that's me.
that's you. It's all you.
That's me.
Did you do you have any other musical projects? Either of you, right now, let's say, because I know you had a before you were in a couple, but in this moment in time,
I don't.
no.
uh,
Mm.
yeah, I do my own lo-fi music,
Oh, cool.
but
Yeah.
that's that's just throwing a few loops together and hoping it sounds okay.
Yeah.
Add a filter in, and then that's generally it, really.
And
But
it does. You
it's
should
nothing.
listen to it. It's great.
Yeah, lo-fi is really in now. Like it's really come back,
popular
right?
at the moment. Yeah, it's really popular. So like that's just me messing around. Really, it's nothing too serious, and I don't really push it in any way seriously enough.
Yeah.
Fires is kind of the
That's the main.
oh my god,
the
English
spearhead.
priority.
The priority,
Yeah.
great. And tell me, like, so it's interesting because the first thing you open up with when you are describing fires, or when you're talking about it in your, let's say, in the about section, is that you specify, the 3-year writing. I don't know what words you used to describe that form of which adjective that process of writing. But how many songs did you manage to sort of come up with in that 3-year process that you enjoyed? I know you say you have a few kind of backed up, right? And you've released 2. So how many are we are we expecting an album anytime soon?
Michael, Michael,
I mean, I suppose there's a couple of questions there. How many songs did we write and discard before we found some that we were happy with? And the answer to that is probably, I don't know, 50. Until
it was a lot of songs.
It just sort of clicked for us one day. I don't remember what the first one we wrote after it kind of clicked, but what we have at the minute is we have 6 kind of coming together on an EP that we'll kind of bring out once the singles come. So we wanted to kind of get the singles out a little bit. So like I don't know, each song is kind of different, which is kind of nice. And I think there was a big change between what kind of the first song was and the second song. So the first song, Forgotten Sons, we kind of saw it as this kind of bridged what we used to do and started to kind of move a little bit into what we kind of want to do now. And then I think Dream, the second single that came out on Monday, is kind of more where we are. So we've kind of progressed a little bit. And I mean, we kind of both come from like different places. So like I've always been like the punk guy, the metal guy. And Alex brings the musical knowledge and the theory and I'm like, I just want to play as fast as possible. Is that like, that's cool, right? And he's like, yeah, but we could put in a chord or 2. That would also be so we've kind of gone. And I mean, working with Alex has been kind of cool because his classical background in piano and like his lo-fi stuff that he does just brings all these other things, whereas I'm just like plug a guitar and turn it up as loud as possible and just hit it for a while. So it's been kind of cool. So yeah, we've got 6. I think they kind of do range in between. There's some of them that are kind of a little more laid back, and then there's a couple that are a little furious. So
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah,
there you go.
I've noticed that. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I also give Michael the worst chords to play ever.
Yeah.
Are they jazz chords? Are they or?
Yeah, he does the jazz chords. I basically just play bass with a guitar in my hand.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Michael plays chords with just this finger, whereas then sometimes then I show him like a riff that I wrote and be like, oh, it'd be great if you played it, and it requires like all 5 fingers.
What is this?
2 hands like on this.
I might as well ask him to speak Cantonese. It's really funny.
Yeah. What genre can you like? Did you have an idea? It's more feel, right? Obviously, I mean, can you describe the genre like that you guys are playing or where you are moving towards? Or I don't always like describing bands as genres.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Like I think we kind of maintained the punkiness that I've always been, but we kind of brought in other things. I mean, Alex is a big pop fan. There's a lot of kind of pop stuff in there, and for us this was like kind of big catchy choruses. Like so like where I was coming from kind of a place of Rise Against and bands kind of like that, whereas I think Alex was more Ariana Grande. And those things kind of came together a little bit. I think it just dawned on me now. I think the song or the band that kind of we were listening to one day that just kind of clicked for us is an American band called Slaves. Not the UK slaves, the American slaves, to be very clear about that. And just kind of what they were doing with like punk, but like the kind of
with lots of synths as well.
Yeah, the synths in there. There's a little bit of pop sensibility
I do like a bit of that synth in there. You almost weren't expecting it in Dream. And then it kind
Neither
of
was I.
yeah, and it's lovely, and it comes in at the end. That lovely little I don't know how to describe that.
It's kind of like rain falling.
It's lovely.
Synthy,
Yeah.
And
like
that
a
it
little, yeah.
really
Stars, twinkling stars. Yeah.
it kind of modernizes. I don't know if it kind of gives it that sort of maybe like that almost 80s synth wavy. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong, but it does definitely it definitely triggers an emotion of sorts, you know, or some sort of nostalgia maybe or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think I actually agree with that. I mean, I think the synths on that one were Alex, and I think, you know, the first time I heard that as well, especially that kind of coming in at the end, the twinkly thing, you know, I felt the same. It's just there is something in there.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I'm
Dream
looking forward.
Yeah,
Great tune, and it was only released last week, I think, wasn't it? It was
Monday,
just done.
yeah.
On Monday, yeah.
So it's Monday, and we played it on Wednesday. What's So where did you guys record that? How did you record that? How does the? I know you kind of mentioned like a little bit about who plays what, but do you want to go into that?
So we recorded it ourselves in a studio called Tsunami Studios, owned by Adam Wilson.
Awesome, yeah,
love
great
Adam.
spot.
We know what we got.
So we did it ourselves. Our friend Donald Bowens played drums, amazing drummer. Came in and played drums for us, and then we just spent probably a year, I guess, tracking guitars and taking things really slowly. And then our friend Connor McLaughlin mixed us. Connor from Sick Love, who released an EP yesterday, and it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Awesome, I have to check that out.
Oh, it's incredible. They're possibly the best
so
one.
good.
Please send me a link after. Can you
Yeah,
see that?
definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
100%.
they're amazing.
Cool.
And then so yeah, Connor mixed it, did an amazing job. And James Darkin did the mastering for us, who again everybody just did just an amazing job. We'd like to think that it was because we did such a good recording job, but I think those people are just really.
But it really wasn't.
I mean, it's a team effort, isn't it? Ultimately, everybody has to be doing their part.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
absolutely.
We had a lot of people who were really great. Like, and we had a lot of people come in and give us advice and listen to things at various points. Like, you know, it does say that we recorded it ourselves, but I don't think we could have done it without pretty much everybody we know.
The other guys.
Are you guys happy now
100%.
with your team now? It's great because you guys are a duo, and then you have like people that you can kind of work with now and rely on for the future, right? And you guys, sorry, and there was a question in there, but I guess I wanted to sort of even just skip that and just go to, you guys are planning a release of an EP, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that as well? Like, are you including those two songs that you already have released, or? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's 6 tracks on it. There's technically 5 songs, and then the intro track. But the intro track is all. See, originally I had the idea of an intro track. We should have like 1 minute intro and then go into it. Something very similar to. Yeah, something very similar to like Maybe She Will or Caspian, because I really like post rock music. And then I got carried away, and it ended up being this 3-minute kind of. I don't want to put any spoilers in it, but it's
amazing. It's amazing. It's one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
I love hearing that. I'm really looking forward to it.
So that's kind of the intro. So that's technically 6 songs, but it really is just 5.
There's 5 of them with me singing on.
Yeah. Then we have obviously Forgotten Sons, Dream, and then we've got a few other songs that I won't name because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, keep the secret.
But they're good. I think our favorite one is
really good.
My favorite one.
Yeah.
Is yet to come.
I do like that one as well.
Yeah.
This one.
Wait, did we just get a name there? Did we?
No.
You got a hint.
If anyone,
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I missed it.
If anyone likes The Simpsons,
yeah,
they'll know what this means.
Dude, everyone likes The Simpsons.
Well, that means something.
That means something.
Okay.
This sound.
Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know it. Okay. Perfect.
And it's the hardest song we've ever written.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Everything about it was difficult.
Everything.
Oh, I'm really looking forward. Do we have a? Sorry, did you mention already? Do we have a sort of a time frame? ETA?
Do we have a time frame?
At the end of the year. Well, originally, like before this virus decided to ruin everything.
Yeah, there's a virus. I completely forgot about that.
Apparently so. Apparently this thing has ruined a lot of things, including our plans. So
yeah, very much so.
We were originally supposed to get a few singles out, find the band members together, and do like a little launch of the EP, which is called Close Eyes, Deep Breath, Run.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that on your profile. Great.
Yeah. I mean, everything kind of got a bit messed up, and I mean, Like Alex being in
hopefully
Hong
the end of
Kong
the
as
year.
well, kind of had to mean we had to go from our plan B to our plan C because, he's 9 hours ahead now, and we, between like work and other things that we're both doing, we barely have time to kind of even chat to each other. I haven't seen his face in weeks. It's kind of nice to see him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
him in much longer
Yeah, I mean,
time.
we haven't been in
So
person in
long.
3 months nearly, but I haven't even seen him. I mean, we talk a bit, but I haven't seen him in a long time. So
So,
it's like,
how long are you staying there, Al? Are you just chilling there for another while, or any plans yet?
I'll be here for another 3 weeks, but my flight from England to Dublin got cancelled
Okay.
twice, so I it's questionable if when I'm back, but
What's
I will be
yeah.
back.
Great, great, awesome. No, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing all these new tunes that you have lined up, guys. By the way, just in case like Facebook goes, we're having a little bit of a glitch now and then on Facebook. Do hop on YouTube. It's deMars Entertainment on YouTube. It's going nice and smooth there. And yeah, YouTube guys, let me know how it's going over there. If it's nice and if the feed is going well for you, just so I can transfer the Facebookians over to you. It's great. We're on 5 different platforms. One of them fails, we move on to the next one. The next one fails, you move down to the next one, next one, next
I
one.
have
So.
I have
Love
tw-
it.
I have Twitch running here in the background, and it seems to be
Oh, it seems
perfect.
to, oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to get people onto Twitch as well. But no, that's awesome. I would love to play because I played Dream already for the guys. Do you mind if I play? You guys chill while I play Forgotten Sons for the people.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for having us. We appreciate
Awesome,
it.
guys. No, it's my pleasure. We'll have a quick chat to close off as well. So.
When you left us here to die, we are not the ones you want, but we're all you have to fear. We will not let you keep us down again. We are not forgotten sons. We are lost and lonely souls. We were not sent here to save you. We are not forgotten sons. We will fight and we will die. On this hill you left us standing. We won't let it end like this. In a blind tirade of fists. You have woken this in us, and we won't let you forget. We will not let you keep us down again. We are not forgotten sons. We are lost and lonely souls. We were not sent here to save you. We are not forgotten sons. We will fight and we will die. On this hill you left us standing. It's not for you to save me. It's not for you to break me. It's not for you to save me. We are not forgotten sons. We are lost and lonely souls. We were not sent here to save you. We are not forgotten sons. We will fight and we will die. On this hill you left us standing.
All right. So that was Forgotten Sons. And that's by Fires. And I'm joined by the 2 guys from Fires. I'm joined by Alecksy and Michael. and we're having a little bit of a chit chat about. This is such a recent project. So how long is this project going now, guys?
Undercover.
Well, let's say out of cover. You know, because I guess Undercover it started 2017, right?
Yeah, out of cover.
Yeah.
It's been April. I think
April.
the beginning of April. I think
Yeah.
April 9th was Forgotten Sons came out.
Yeah.
So it really hasn't been long at all, and like we have been in lockdown for literally that entire time. So it's we've put out the 2 singles, thinking here's kind of something to maybe lift a bit of spirits, hopefully during this time. Everybody's been really nice. I mean, it's been cool. It's been kind of really nice. Everybody's that's listened to it has said really really nice things. It's obviously it's difficult. I think it's difficult for everybody right now. It's just like you think, oh, everybody's at home, so there's no better time to listen to music, but. It's just it hasn't really worked out that way. I mean, people like there's so much going on. There's everybody's struggling a lot. I think so. It's a difficult time. So we just kind of hope that we can get out of this as quick as we can and we can just start hanging out and having a good time. But yeah, it hasn't been long, but it's been positive. It's been really nice. I mean, I think Alex more than me is a very social kind of person. So I think we're kind of really missing face-to-face contact with people to actually go.
I miss gigs.
Yeah, I bet you do. I think we all
As
do.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm very much the sort of person to I go to a gig, I watch the gig, I go home. Whereas Alex is the kind of person that hangs around afterwards with their business cards.
Yeah, pretty much.
So are you guys dying to I mean, are you guys obviously haven't gigged with Fires yet? So actually, the question is how do you guys plan to perform that live? Actually, as a duo, or would you bring in musicians? Obviously.
I think this is a great time, Michael, to put out the word. We are looking for band members.
Yeah, we want band members.
Is this the first time you've mentioned this now?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a deMars Radio exclusive.
This is an
announcement
exclusive just for you. Yeah.
All right, guys, use the
Pretty
platform.
much.
We've got people watching. Go ahead, make your announcement there.
We are looking for a drummer, a good drummer, a drummer who can count to 4. We are looking for either a bass player or a guitar player that can play in drop B, C sharp standard, in a low tuning, and then I will drop in bass or guitar. So we're looking for 2 more people.
And what about the
and also,
the synth
also
or the
the
keys?
drummer? That's exactly what I was going to say. The drummer would have to be capable of playing to backing tracks, clicks, backing tracks. If you got all the SPD, that drum pad thingy, if you got that stuff, great. Yeah, deadly. And play to a laptop backing track and stuff like that. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
Definitely a drummer, either a bass player or a guitar player.
So who recorded the drums for Forgotten Sons?
Our friend Donald Bones.
Great drummer.
Yeah,
he's an amazing
He tracked-
drummer. Wow.
Donald tracked on the entire EP in 12 hours.
Yeah. He's
Which is
amazing.
he's a beast, and we didn't think of any other drummer except for Donald because he really understood what we were kind of going for.
He was amazing.
And he also he listens to all the stuff that we listen to as well. Like Fight Star was like one of his favorite bands. So
yeah, he's a really, really good drummer.
Awesome.
He absolutely smashed it.
We got some people in the chat as well. We got Ross Downs, absolutely loving the track,
Hi,
by the
Ross.
way. And
Thank you, Ross.
Thank you.
Apparently he can do both. He can. Well, I don't know which both. Which both?
I
There's a
can
couple-
play bass and drums.
Yeah, at the same time. We
Same
got Jamie
time.
J. Carr, who really loved the chat. Sorry, he's loving the
Thank
chat
you.
and he's loving the music. He said, "I'm after punching me granddad on the head because this song is so
don't do
sick."
that.
Yeah, he already did it, but
I hope he's okay.
He's hopefully.
I hope he's alright.
But, they're really enjoying the music.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
a
you.
really,
We
really good track.
appreciate that.
as
Appreciate
well.
that.
So they have one more track on Spotify, guys, called Dream.
Called Dream.
so
With our
keep-
friend Andy Kavanagh. So Andy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tell us a little bit about Andy Kavanagh. How his involvement was with that song. By the way, Alecksy, you have some background. You've got some people there around you.
I do, yeah. I'm gonna walk away from them.
No, just I was going to say you can bring them onto the show if you want.
Now you wouldn't understand, and apparently I never noticed this, but I've been told that Cantonese, the language sounds like we're arguing all the time.
Yeah, it's an angry language.
So it's
It
like
does.
it's like German then in that way, right?
Yeah, very
Kind of,
similar.
yeah. I've never noticed it until my girlfriend Sarah told me, and then now I can't unnotice it all the
Yeah.
time. But back to the track.
So Andy,
Andy, yeah, I was in a band called Jet Set Radio with Andy, and we were kind of this
Another amazing
electro.
Yeah.
We were ages and ages ago. We were like an electro pop band
With Kirsty as a lead singer.
with Kirsty
Yeah.
and Dave was on drums
So
as well.
okay, tell us the story about Andy, and then let's go back to that band for a sec, because that's an interesting
Cool.
interesting.
So I've always admired Andy, his songwriting, everything, every musical thing that he's done. I've been just the biggest fan of him. And
yeah, we're the screamers in the front row when Andy does anything. Both of us.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god!
And absolutely, like at the time that me and Michael found the band, like Slaves and all the stuff that we really started to get into, all like the post-hardcore stuff, Andy started doing his own post-hardcore stuff as well, because he's a talented bastard. In Japan, in a band called Clarity, and me and Michael have just been in awe, and we wanted Andy to do a collaborative track with us. And I just sent him the track. I was like, just go.
Those vocals were recorded in Japan.
And he recorded the vocals in Japan,
nice.
sent us the stems. And then I just remember the day that me and Michael sat down to listen to them, we were just like...
Yeah.
So Andy recorded the lead vocal for Dream.
Yeah, so the verse vocal, I think I have
Okay.
5 words in that song. I sing the chorus.
Oh, you're in the choruses, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And for Forgotten Sons as well. Sorry to be jumping around, I know, but
No worries.
tell us about the who's singing for Forgotten Sons.
That's me.
That's
Michael.
you. Awesome.
That is me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's all me. I don't think you sing on that one at all, do you?
I do not sing on that one.
No, that's
because I
all me.
couldn't sing that
So-
high.
Yeah, it's a high one. Yeah, no, that one's all me.
So you would need singers that you would need musicians as well that do backing vocals too. Yeah. In
That would be good. Yeah, it's not like
That would be ideal, yeah.
it's not a requirement necessarily, but it would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a bit carried away with backing vocals.
Very
it's
much
nice.
so.
It's nice
Yeah,
to have,
there's-
definitely, but yeah, you can
Yeah,
probably
very
get
much.
carried away. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
we
the
have-
stuff that like Andy is an amazing singer. Like he's like the stuff he did there. I've been trying to kind of sing along with it, even as I've been listening to it over the last kind of 6 months or so, and like I can't even get near to what he's doing there. It's amazing. Yeah, his band Clarity, they released an EP. Was it 2 weeks ago? I can't remember.
yeah,
but it's
something like that.
another thing that's absolutely amazing. And
Oh,
people should do.
dude,
It's
please,
incredible.
like, send me these 2 links that you
Yeah,
said.
well,
Like,
I will.
I really want to hear more. I've been uncovering some amazing music recently, and
Yeah.
there's just so much
way.
to listen to that it's just I'm missing out, and I'm afraid to miss out on, like, music.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll send you Sick Love and we'll send you Clarity. They're
Please
both
do,
just
please do.
amazing.
And I'll even play them on the show. Like, I even would love to play them on the show. Like, I just want to play as much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
as possible.
Clarity are just on another level of musicianship.
It's ridiculous.
Something
how
that
good
me and
they are.
Michael have been striving for.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Cool. Tell us, so Jet Set Radio as well. Tell us a little bit. So that's done now, and it's such a shame, right? It's finished, right? Obviously.
That's been dushed for years.
Dushed for years. It's such a shame.
Dushed for years. It's just I think at the time Dave was doing an Erasmus in the Netherlands, and I think he was studying law, so he had to go away, and Andy decided to up and leave to Japan. And then we did have plans to try and put together like an EP kind of separately where we all were, but it kind of just never happened. I still have the demo of that EP on my laptop, all them demo tracks, but they were, it was good. It was like I was only in the band for about 9 months, and
What did you play? Keys, was it?
no, I played guitar.
Mm.
Yeah, I replaced Cormac, and it was just the best fun in those 9 months. It
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
was lots of fun. It was great.
How many instruments
Huge
do you guys play anyway? Like, what's your kind of
Well, none.
None.
No,
That's us two collectively.
I play.
How many do you pretend to play then? Right.
I play the guitar. That's the only one I'm managing in any way proficient at. I have dabbled in piano and clarinet and a few other bits and pieces, but never really went very well. And then over to the multi-instrumentalist here.
I played, except
So you
for
try to
drums,
start from like top. Which way should I order them?
except for drums on the EP, I pretty much did something everywhere. So I did the synths, I did guitar, I did lead guitar, I did backing vocals, choir arrangement in one of the songs. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. There's a 2-man choir. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I played keys, bass, guitar, and did some vocals on the EP.
That's awesome. I'd say it's really handy to have you in the studio, of course, because do you guys do you,
I never said I was good at them.
okay? I'll have to talk to Adam about it.
Actually,
Hear the real truth.
funny enough, Michael would be the first one to say that I'm the worst person to record. I have to cut and change everything. I've got to, everything has to be done in sections.
I think it's a concentration problem.
It's very much a concentration problem.
Yeah, I guess everybody has their own sort of method to their madness, right? Or their own creative process, whether it's writing music to being in the studio. Plus, like you're saying, Alecksy, I mean, you've been in the music industry for quite a long time, so you perhaps have an expectation of what you want to throw out there, right? So, like you were saying, you're being careful about what you're putting out. So that's a totally fair and understandable method, which I think is quite good.
Yeah, you've said it there. I didn't want to put out something that I wasn't going to be proud of, and like me and Michael were our own worst critics. That's why it took forever to get this out, because I wanted something that, like, the first release to be something where someone will listen and go, "Holy shit, that's good." It's and as a person who, like, on your side of things, who gets books a lot of bands, like I'm sure you do, like I do. And we get a lot of like first band releases, and you're kind of like, oh, it's fine, But I didn't really want like a mediocre start.
Yeah,
We wanted to like
absolutely
hit the ground running, like as hot as possible.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's pretty natural sort of place you've kind of come to. I guess it's pretty normal.
Like me and Michael have done our first releases so many times in other projects, where they've just kind of been mediocre, but this time we just went, no, let's get it done properly.
There's only so many times you can sort of face that mediocrity within oneself, and obviously we are our hardest critics, right? So what other people see is like, wow, that's fantastic. You will, no matter what anybody says, an artist or a creator will always have their own vision of what a song or what their creation is, so nobody can sort of turn that away, right?
Yeah, I think the nice thing with these songs is I can still listen to them. Like, I'm not sick of them. I still, if like even there while it was playing on your show, I was still like, yeah, okay. And normally by the time something comes to a point of, I've been working on it for a year or 2 years, I just never want to hear it or play it or think about it ever again. But I don't know, these songs still kind of hold. I think we kind of capture something really nice between
there's something in every song where me and Michael go, like at the end of Forgotten Sons, that halftime bit, when we listened to it the first time, we were like, fuck, this is deadly. And every time we still listen to it, we're like, fuck yeah, man, that halftime.
Yeah. No, it's really, really well done. Really, really well done. So it is sometimes worth, just to sort of be meticulous with your creation and release it piece by piece. There's never a rush as well, so once it's out there, it's hard to pull it back, right? So you can't return it, so it's already out there.
It took us 3 years, and then the minute we were ready after all that time, there was a pandemic. Like, you can't script that. We were like, we are ready, and then like literally the following day it was, do not leave your houses for any reason. We were like, oh, okay, cool, thanks, that's great.
Oh, that's crazy.
Shit.
All right, so don't know what to do now. It was funny, like we did like, so all the photos and stuff that we've been sharing, the stuff that we did with our friend Cormac, we literally did that, I think, the night before the lockdown rules came into effect, because we were just like, okay, hold on, we need to get this done. And we were in Dublin City, so we're in and around around the James House and around there, and like the town was empty about half 9, 10 o'clock on a Friday night.
Good for a photo shoot.
Yeah,
very good for a photo shoot, but like, even then, there was just like this eeriness over Dublin. It was crazy. Like, we hadn't even gotten into the stay-at-home stuff yet. We kind of got it done before, but it was still, so we did. That was like literally the last night that you could go out without being questioned about your movements or whatever. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it was great. It was
fun.
Like such a good idea to to go get it done because there was no one around. No one would be in the background taking a piss, you know.
Otherwise, it just would have been cropped selfies of us just going from home, you know. It wouldn't have worked. So yeah, it was nice, but like, yeah, I mean, you can't plan for any of that stuff, so we're just kind of, you know, making it up as we go along now.
Yeah, I guess now you have to kind of take each day as it comes. It's hard to plan ahead and stuff, but you guys have stuff in the pipeline, which is amazing. Guys, it's been a pleasure chatting. Which is there any
Absolutely, man.
is there anything you'd like to close off with? Anything you'd like to share with our viewers? I guess we'll mention Dream and stuff like that.
For me, just thank you to everybody who's listened, and thank you to everybody who's really liked it and shared it. You know, we just want more people to hear it because it does mean an awful lot to us, and we kind of hope that it, you know, can mean something to somebody else as well. And so that is it for me, really, is just to thank you and just keep listening.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And please follow us on all our socials. It is We Are Fires on everything, pretty much. Well, everything being Facebook and Instagram.
We are Fires Music.
We Are Fires
Music on Facebook, yeah.
Absolutely.
And everywhere else.
And then when you listen to the song, just hit that little heart on Spotify. That means a lot. And follow us as well. That would be fantastic.
Awesome. I've already done that. So you guys at home, do click that heart and follow Fires. We Are Fires Music on social medias. Michael, pleasure to meet you. Alecksy, great to see you again, guys. Have a wonderful quarantine.
You too, man. Talk soon.
Oh, I will, yeah.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Okay, the awesome Fires. Alecksy and Michael joined us just there. That was our first guest. Yeah, absolutely awesome duo. I really suggest you guys to check them out. They have 2 wonderful singles out on Spotify. Their recent being Dream, and we just listened to Forgotten Sons today. So yeah, fantastic band. They're going to be releasing an EP very shortly too. So do follow them on social media to get those updates.